Jag minns inte ens hur det är. Så nu. All right. Good morning. I hope everyone is doing well and had a good night's rest. We are add that little bit of extra. So we're gonna roll through a 26 and 2 style practice, and if you're not familiar with 26 and 2 or Bikram, that's kind of the other name for it too. The series will roll through, traditionally it's 26 postures and 2 breathing exercises all done twice in a heated room, but obviously studio and at DOMA, and it's a really nice way to integrate the practice, meaning work on some of those really foundational postures, some of the postures, and just kind of try out some stuff. It's fun to play every once in a while, and so you'll just take a moment to stand up nice and tall, interlace your grip, and thumbs are crossed, and knuckles come underneath your chin. Traditionally, you'll stand with your feet together, toes and heels nice and close, and then a firm bottom half, meaning pull up on your quadriceps, squeeze your glutes a little bit forward, and stand up nice and tall. You'll start with an exhale to empty your lungs. And then on your inhale, you pull your elbows up to frame your face like a Y. Pull the air in through your nose, and there's a little constriction in your throat. On your exhale, your lungs. So it looks and sounds like this. Inhale through your nose, elbow stretch up high, exhale. So for this one particularly, you want to inhale fully and exhale completely. So let's go ahead and begin. Feet nice and close, interlace your grip, cross your thumbs, knuckles come underneath your chin. Stand up tall, but relax your shoulders and start with an exhale. Inhale, breathing, stretch your elbows up towards the ceiling. Big, full first deep breath. Keep your chin, palms, wrists, forearms, maybe even elbows touch. Inhale, chin down, elbows up. So you're using the motion to help create some space. So you can inhale. See if this breath can be even bigger. Exhale. On your inhale, pull the air in through your nose, fill your lungs to full, and when you think they're full, see if you can fill up even more. Overflow your lungs. Exhale, look back, start to wring your lungs out like a wet. Last 2. One last one. Biggest one yet. Let it go. Exhale. Cross at your thumbs. You'll take a big breath in, stretch up, and on your exhale, you'll just go side to side. So just kind of waking up the body a little bit. Press your hips off towards the right and towards the left. And then nice and slow, you'll come back through center. Stretch up nice and tall. And on your exhale, side bend towards the right. So slide your hips off towards the left. Puff your chest towards the front of the, whatever's in front of you. And then right shoulder forward. So pull your belly in, firm up your quads, squeeze your glutes. See if you can start to press, close the gap in between your palms. And reach your fingertips off towards the right. So you're getting some lateral flexion down the left side of your body. And then hold your belly in. So you stabilize your spine and create as much space from your fingertips all the way to your toes. See if you can take one more breath in, reach towards the right. Use your exhale, push your hips off to the left. So it might not be the same, right? Your body's still waking up. Slide your left shoulder forward and pull your belly in. So on this side, the right hip comes forward to square your hips. Lift your chin and your chest up, kind of puff it towards the front of your room. And then work your arms back. Now notice if a gap happens in between your palms. First of all, it's super normal. But second, you're working to build some strength in your upper trap. So you really work to close the gap in between your palms. Keep working your hips towards the right, but your fingertips towards the left to find counterbalance. So see if you can reach even more. Find that nice long achy stretch, fingertips to toes. Hold and breathe. One more inhale, here we go. One more exhale, push towards the right. Inhale through center. Good, take a deep breath and look back. So this may be your first backward bend of the day. It's definitely mine, full disclosure. So take a moment, right? Get comfortable. First one might be a little sticky. No problem, right? Big breath, stretch up. On your exhale, arms with your ears start to go back. Keep lifting your chest. Change. Bring it back through center, bend deeply into your knees and fold forward. So take a moment here to pedal out your heels. You can let go through your head and your neck. And you're just U-turning from the best backward bend you have today to the best forward bend you got. So there might be a little stickiness. So that's why we just kind of move a little bit, wiggle it out, shake a couple times. Just kind of notice what's happening in the body. You want a little bit of movement to kind of lubricate, get a little synovial fluid movement in your low back. So this will make this a little more accessible. Here we go. Bend your knees, reach back from behind to step on all 5 fingers, and you'll eventually work to wrap your forearms behind your calf muscles, but whatever the best grip it is. It might be your ankles or your calf muscles today, don't worry. Just give yourself your best, and you'll wrap. So then little bend in your knees, and you want to push your stomach to your thighs, your chest towards your knees, and then your head and your neck relax somewhere below. So take a big breath in, little bend in your knees. On your exhale, press your upper body against your lower, rock your body's weight forward and stretch the top of your head down. Sometimes a couple of little wiggles of your head and your neck can really give you just a little bit more space to sink lower. Keep working your forearms behind your calf muscles no matter where your grip is at. And relax your head and your neck so you can stretch the body inside and out. Let's hold here for 3, 2, 1 more big breath in. Stay for your exhale. And then release your grip and inhale, come all the way up. Index fingers, breathe in, lift your chest. On your exhale, side bend towards your right. Push your fingertips towards the right. Push your hips off towards the left. This time, right shoulder forward, left hip. Belly in, big breath. Press and close the gap in between your palms. Reach your fingertips over to the right. Push your hips off towards the left. Find your achy stretch. Hold 3. Steady breaths. 2. 1 more. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in, come back to center. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, reach high. Exhale to the left. Like you're side bending over the top of something. And reach your fingertips off towards the left. Push your hips towards the right. So you keep a little bit of that kind of collapse feeling that might happen. And then notice if your chest sinks forward. See if you can pull your... There's always lots of little adjustments that you can make in posture. See if you can choose a couple that work and resound well with you. And then jump back in. Breath in, stretch up. As tall as you can get. On your exhale, arms back, look back, go for your backward bend. Your knees, fold. A little warmer here, so we're gonna jump right in. Bend your knees, reach back from behind. You can either wrap your forearms and step on your fingers, or you can place your palms flat behind your ankles. And this is just a little bit more of the advanced grip, so you can choose. You need to bend your knees, bend them, but keep the gap in between your upper body and your lower body totally closed. Work your shoulders away from your ears. Just 3 more breaths. 3, 2, 1 more. And then inhale, slowly rise all the way to the top and release your arms. All right, heel toe your feet open, just about hip width distance. So if you ever need to measure, it's about 2 fist width distance in between your toes and your heels. And then bring your arms up parallel to the floor. So we're just rolling through this warm up real quick. Relax your shoulders, stretch your fingertips forward. Keep your feet flat. Big breath in, chest up. Exhale, sit back, feet stay flat. So you'll push your chest a half tuck so you get the spine straight. You're not trying to round completely, but just take that kind of dip and over compression out of the low back. And then this way your abdominal wall protects your low spine. Reach your fingertips forward, push your knees back away from the top of your mat. See if you can sit your hips a little lower, pull your heels as high as you can, and then nice and slow, you'll start to lower your hips. Keep your spine straight. Eventually, your heels will stack on tops of your toes, spine straight and thighs parallel to the floor. So you create a nice little shell. If your heels fall, no problem, just pick them back up. If you fall out, no problem, just jump back in. Lift your heels up, one thing kind of in front of you. Bring your chest back, squeeze your thighs, tip your knees just a little bit down. Now, if you feel strong and well balanced, you can take a couple of bounces. This is if your knees are healthy and happy. And if they are, hold on the upswing for 3, 2, take another inhale, drive all the way up. Nice and slow. And then feet down, feet back together. This kind of wakes up the bottom half a little bit. Okay, let's take eagle. Last little bit of our warm-up. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Take your right arm under your left. Cross your elbows, then your wrists. And you might want to interlace and just kind of pull the elbows low. And then that way, you sit low, then you can take the right leg up, over and around. And eventually for this variation, you're working your fingertips below your nose. So there's a little more space for your shoulder blades and your scapula. And then you'll just sandwich, go back to my profile, sandwich your right leg down on top of your left. So your foot might wrap, it might not, doesn't matter really. You're gonna get 100% of what you need as long as you're in your fullest form. And then if your foot's not wrapped yet, no problem, right? Point your toes in the direction you want them to go. If you're working on your wrap, you gotta point it in that direction. See if you can bring your chest back a little bit, but sink your hips lower. Focus on your breath and see if you can start to line up your fingertips in front of your nose, down in line with your belly button. Right? And you're just using a little bit of proprioception unless you have a mirror in front of you, and then you can use that guy as a tool. And change, unwind arms up. Go for the left side, left arm under right. Might wrap, might not today, no problem, right? Sometimes one side is a little friendlier than the other. And then again, take your moment, find your balance, find your breath. Strong and steady. Steadying your gaze to help steady your mind. And your breath all working as one. Let's play. So we're gonna start with standing forehead to knee, kind of an iconic 26-2 posture. And there's lots of little facets to it. And it's all part of the process of getting comfortable with your edges so that you can balance no matter what. So you'll take the right leg up just a little bit for a moment, and then rock your body's weight forward into your left, all 5 left toes, and pick up your right foot. Now notice if the body's weight shifts back. We tend to have patterns, so it's pretty normal, but see if you can start to notice where your body shifted and rock it back so it's even, right, on the floor. Lift your right leg up, flex your toes towards your face, and stand up tall. Hold your low belly in, because the next step is we're gonna round, and the low belly will help to support your spine. So nice strong breath just to hold. Even out the distribution of weight. And now see if you can keep that weight distribution nice and strong. Pull your belly in, round your shoulders forward, and reach to grab underneath your foot. Now, if underneath your foot is like, yeah, right, that's funny, no problem. Underneath your hamstring, okay? And then you're right here. So nice and slow, wherever you go, grab on. Notice if the body weight shifts back. See if you can rock your body's weight forward, firm up your belly, grip down through all 5 toes like you're gripping marbles underneath you, and we're just gonna hold, so stay with your breath. Hold 5, 4, keep pulling up on your quadricep muscle, 3, belly in, 2, and then take an inhale, and on your exhale, release your grip, release your foot, and stand up tall. Little flex of your toes, now reestablish your balance. Notice if the body weight kind of shifted, make sure you can shift it forward. Firm up the quadricep, belly in, right? Big breath, stretch up underneath your hamstring or underneath your foot, but keep the weight evenly distributed. Notice if it drops back, it's okay. You're learning a new pattern. That might mean you're a little more wiggly than you're used to. It might be different. It might just be a new day, early in the morning, and so you're working through it. Feeling you. Okay, so right leg is strong, meaning there's quadriceps engaged, so pull up on the quadricep muscle, and it's really normal for it to want to let go, so you have to keep reminding it to turn on. And then rock forward, and you'll start to feel your glutes engaged. It's okay if you don't feel them today. I promise they will work to turn on, and they are working. So a little bit, look forward out in front of you, firm up your low belly, just hold, big breaths. Notice if the quadricep lets go, see if you can firm it back up. It's normal, keep reminding your body to turn on. Hold your low belly in, look forward, hold 3. You're here to the end, 2. And then nice and slow, breathe in. Exhale, release your grip, stand all the way up. Release your feet, place your hands on the small of your back, give yourself a little backward bend. And then will be to start to walk your hands down your calf muscle till one day you can grab interlace grip underneath your foot. You get still the same amount of benefits, no matter where you're at, as long as you're giving yourself your 100%. No judgments, no criticisms, none of that stuff. Okay, left leg is strong, your left foot. If it drops back, you'll fall back. So you gotta push your body's weight forward, drive through your heel, and then one day, both legs like an upside down letter L. Once both legs are straight, breathe in. On your exhale, both elbows lower below your calf muscles, and you'll look forward. Hold in nice and strong. Fuller expression is to tuck your chin and touch your forehead to your knee. All right, let's take it to the other side. Right leg strong, left leg up. Little flex of your toes. Again, if you're here, perfect here. Maybe take a walk down your calf muscle or grab underneath your foot. Interlace your grip. Look forward, reestablish your balance, reestablish your breath. Focus. Building concentration, determination, and even meditation in this open-eyed movement. So establish your strength in your right leg. Maybe rock your body's weight forward if you need to. And then we're here when you're ready. Drive your left heel forward. Upside down letter L. Push through your left heel, pull your toes back. Once both legs are straight, be really honest about a straight leg. Like, this is not a straight leg, right? This is a straight leg. Make sure it's straight. Elbows down. Pull your toes back. You're not looking to drive the knee back, rather full expression of your body. Drive through your heel, pull your toes, squeeze your elbows in. It might not be available on this side, might be. And then slowly you back out, opposite way you came in, feet together, little half-second release. All right, next posture is gonna be a little more of a backward bend to help relieve some of that forward rounding we just did. So let's do standing bow. Hands by your side, thumbs out, so you get a little external rotation, and you'll just keep externally rotating and pull your arm back. So if your palms are flat towards you, you'll just open your palms close to start. This way you keep your hips in alignment, and you'll get a nice stretch through the front side of your body. Oh, big breath in, stretch up. On your exhale, kick back, kick up. Reach and stretch through your fingertips. You gotta kick and reach, equal and simultaneous. And then back it out. Feet together. We'll do it on the other side. Just really helps to relieve some of that kind of tension that can build from forward rounding in the previous posture. Standing bow pulling pose, left arm tail kick back, kick up. Reach through your fingertips and kick into your hand. So left shoulder starts to disappear behind your head. Right fingertips reach so much forward that maybe your chin and your shoulder meet one day. Focus on your breath, focus on your balance. Kick into your hand more. And then take your time, back it out. Half moon, and then stretch up tall, step your right foot forward. Shift your body's weight forward, bring your upper body down and your legs up. Stretch and reach through your fingertips. Point your toes towards the back of your mat and pull your belly in. Eventually, you're gonna start to work to lower your left hip to get both hips and shoulders parallel to the floor. Reach through your fingertips towards the top of your mat. Stretch your toes towards the back, like a great big sense of tug of war. Stretch, stretch, and step back. Feet together. Keep your arms lifted. We'll do it to the left. Inhale, stretch up. Step forward, left foot. Rock forward. Body down, leg up. Stretch forward, stretch back. Stretch forward, stretch back. Step back. Feet together. Release your arms. So it's a pretty short posture. But stretch and lengthen. 9, 8, 7. Reach forward. 4, 3, 2. Your fingertips. 9. Pull your belly in. 8, 7, 6. Stretch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it back. Release your arms. You can give them a couple of rolls. Nice big breath. Okay, just take a turn. Face, and you're gonna tap your left foot out. So arms nice and long, chest up, big breath. Lift your chest on your exhale, fold. So release your upper body down, and you can take a little bit of movement here if you would like. And then we're gonna take a little bit of a different variation than we normally do in our traditional 26 and 2. So you're gonna take your middle and your index finger and grab it onto your big toe. You'll seal that grip with your thumbs. And so for this one, as you rock your body's weight forward, your elbows go out to the side and work the top of your head to touch the floor in between your two big toes. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. On your exhale, go. Work to get the top of your head to touch the floor. Pull your belly in. Pull up on your quadriceps. Focus on your breath. Find your hold. Find your strength. 3, 2, 1 more. And then release it. Good. Release your grip. Breathe in. Come up. Exhale. Hands to your hips. Okay, one more little variation. Hands stay on your hips. Breathe in. Lift your chest. So you really have to use the quads and your low belly, okay, to keep you stable on the front so you can stretch the back. So keep coming back to that engagement point. Stretch and lengthen. Change, come up. Right foot steps back, release your arms. So when it comes to stretching the back side of your body, it's really, really important that the front side of the body is engaged. So you're not just looking to stretch into shapes. Lots of people can stretch into shapes. Otherwise, it can lead to injury. Okay? And so that's what's really important, is establishing the connection between your mind and your body and your ability to protect yourself and keep you healthy and vital and strong forever, right? We're gonna live to be like 900 years old, so we gotta be strong forever. All right, let's stand it all the way up. And we're just gonna step your right toes out. Bend your right knee really deeply, and you can bounce into this lunge a couple of times. Make sure you have a nice heel to heel alignment for this variation, and put your big toe. So sink your hips nice and low, eventually your thigh parallel to the floor. Open up your arms nice and wide. So stretch your arms in opposite directions and press grip down through your left pinky toe. Puff your chest forward, breathe in. On your exhale, flip your palms and release. Your right elbow in front of your right knee, stretch down and then reach all the way up. Stretch and lengthen. Pull your belly in. See if you can slide your left hip forward and down. Roll your left shoulder back, rib cage back, but reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. Look up so you get a nice twist in your spine, detoxifying your body this morning. Opening up your hips, building some inner thigh strength, so see if you can imagine you're squeezing your heels towards each other. Pull your belly in. Change, back it out, drive through your right leg, heel your toes in, and then left toes out. Again, make sure you got that heel to heel alignment, bend your knee. Maybe a couple of times. Hips are low. So hips forward, chest back. Same thing. Knee over heel, shoulders over hips. Reach and stretch to your fingertips. Grip down through your 10 toes, stretch. On your exhale, flip, go. Elbow in front of your knee. Reach back, but reach your right fingertips up, belly in. Keep reaching like you got a big tug of war. Between fingertips to fingertips, you're opening up chest pectorals, creating a little bit of space, really opening up your hips. And then change back out, drive through your left, toes in, step back to the top, and then release your arms to stand tall. Really great for opening up your hips. Really good for just kind of getting your heart rate up there, detoxifying the body. They say you work every muscle, every organ, and every cell. So there's a lot happening in that posture. We're gonna do it one more time. Breathe in, arms up. Right foot takes that big step out. Arms parallel, heel to heel. Bend your right knee. Your body's a little warmer now, so push your hips, chest up, flip your palms, and then go. Reach through your fingertips, nice and strong in opposite directions. You can stay right here, but if you want to work the more advanced level, next level, you'll drop your right shoulder low, in line with your knee, and then thumb comes towards your belly button to wrap underneath your hamstring and behind your back. Left hand follows that same suit, and you'll reach and grab on. Now pull your left shoulder back, push your left hip forward, and look up towards the ceiling. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, and then unwind. Press out, toes in, toes out, bend deeply. Full disclosure, reach. So you might stay here, you might go for the bind on this side, you never know, right? Even your tight side might surprise you some days. And then this time, right hip goes forward, left back. Look for your breath, pull your rib cage back on the right side. So from this, it rolls back. Make sure your left knee stays stacked over your heel, right? You just take a peek, it's there. 3, 2, unwind. Drive out, toes in, step together, and then let it go. Okay, we're gonna take one more stretch to get our head below our heart, and then we're gonna move on to a little bit of play. So arms up, step out to the right, just 3-ish feet, go. And then change back all the way out. Pivot, pivot. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Big breath in. Exhale, tuck and round. Change. Pivot center, step back and let it go. That little compression of your chin to your chest really just helps to stimulate your thyroid and your parathyroid. To help to regulate your metabolism, balance the hormones in your body. It's super important for women. It's like an amazing reset. So it's a really good one. It's a little uncomfortable, really tests your breathing capabilities, but man, is it worth it. Okay, we're gonna take a little stretch and then we're gonna take a little play. So we're gonna take a standing half lotus variation of tree. So we'll start with the right leg. So make sure your left leg is nice and strong. Rock a little bit of your body's weight forward and pick up your right foot. Pick up your knee nice and high as you can, and then you'll take your right heel to your left hip crease. And then gently let your right knee fall open. So might be a little higher, might be then you got modifications, okay? So especially here is a great modification. This is the modification for knee injuries when it comes to trees. So if you need these variations, go for it. Otherwise, you're in that polar expression of tree. And if, when you're ready, right hand to the center of your chest, maybe you can bring your left hand to meet your right. Your foot might slip a little bit and you might want to hang on. Don't worry, hang on if you need to. Right? Some days I hang on, some days I let go. It just depends on what's happening in your body today. And so that's what matters. Pay attention to what's happening now. Stand up nice and tall, nice big breaths. So from here, if you are familiar with toe stand, you know where to go, you're welcome to go. If you're not yet, I'm going to talk you through it. So bring your hands to the center of your chest. As long as your foot stays above your knee, you're welcome to move forward in this. Listen to your bodies, you guys. If you need to back off or slow down, do it. Shift some weight into your hands. And then you pick up your heel and slowly start to bend your knee. And now push into your palms to shift your hips back to your heel and walk your hands on either side of your body. Take your time. It helps if you find something out in front of you that's, just 3 or 4 feet that's not wiggling or moving. Take your time. Right? Slow and steady. And if you fall out, you just fall out. You either get back in or you wait. Let's try to reset. Stand up tall and release. And we'll just do the same thing on the other side. So you can always stay in tree. Don't have to go into toe by any means. We're going to switch to the other side. So same thing. You'll pick up your left leg, get your left knee high above the hip, and then rotate your heel towards your right and let your knee gently fall open. Again, it's always different on either side, so pay attention to your body today, not what you think it should be capable of. There are no expectations. There have been postures that's taken me like 17 years to get into. It's a long time to practice to wait to get into a posture, but honestly, on the other side, when you get into it, it's like so freaking cool. Maybe not today. No problem. Take what you need. If you're taking it into toe stand, go for it. Fold forward from your waist. Release your grip as long as your foot stays above the knee. Fold. This might feel like totally enough, and it's honestly like such a delicious stretch. So stay or play. Walk your hands. Take some weight. Bend at your knee. Walk it back. Take it slow. Eventually, hands come to the center of your chest. You stretch out tall. Relax your shoulders. And then back it out. Good. So now there's a little bit more space. We're gonna take a little option to play. If you don't feel like playing, no pressure, okay? If you want to work on this, we're gonna play with it a little bit. So you'll take your right foot and you just won't come up quite as high, just kind of like a figure 4 shape. And then you can pull into your armpit. And then you wrap your toes around your tricep and slowly start to wiggle your left toes out from underneath you. So if you are a little bit scared of the floor, you can place a pillow or something underneath you. So in case, and always look to the sides, okay? Please listen to your bodies. Don't attempt this if you don't feel like you have enough arm strength or not comfortable. You guys gotta do what is best for your bodies. We're just playing, so please check in and listen. Well, elbows in nice and close. Again, wrap from your triceps, rock forward, and then lift the foot. When you're ready, right? It might just be a tap today. Eventually you'll lift, and then eventually you kick out. Good, and then you back out the way you came in. And switch sides. Do the same thing on your left. Just that nice figure 4 shape. Fold forward, squat low. Get your armpits and your elbows low. This is a really good place to start, especially if the hips are tight. Like for me, this side is super tight, so I don't know if I'll be able to get in this side just with so much sitting. It's just, kind of a little stuck. And so be patient with your bodies as they kind of adapt to our new normal at this point. So maybe wiggle your armpits in there, wrap your foot around your tricep, and then you rock forward. And then you slowly back out. Unwind. We're just gonna make it all the way to the floor. Okay, nice big breath. Press the soles of your feet together. Let's just take a little butterfly and then fold forward. All right, as always, if there's anything that we're doing in class that doesn't feel right in your body, you gotta listen to your body. I can't see you. There's no way for me to know, right? And truly only you know ever anyway, so always just keep checking in and listen to your body. All right, nice and slow. Come sitting all the way up. You take your legs out in front of you. We're gonna take a little bit more play. You'll take your right foot, so left leg is stationary, right heel comes on the outside of your right hip, left hip. Right heel comes on the outside of your right hip. That would be weird. And then your left heel comes on the outside of your right hip. And so you'll just come into kind of a cow face position. And I'm a fan of wrapping your ankle with your wrist and kind of hooking it back. If the outsides of your hips are really tight, sometimes the leg wants to fling forward and it makes it really hard to stay. And so that's kind of my little trick. Everybody's got their trick. This one's mine. Take it. So eventually you'll get your knees stacked in a nice straight line, and we're just gonna start by folding forward. So take a moment to fold forward. Just kind of opens up the low back a little bit, releasing some tension, giving you a chance to create some space. All right, and then keep your feet the way they are. Reach for your fingers and grab on and take a bind and sit up tall. If that's not accessible today, then you'll take your left hand and press it down on your right elbow and then sit up nice and tall. Sometimes just pressing down through the elbow will give you enough space so you can reach back. So check back in, see if you can. If it's still not available, no problem, you'll just come back to this. A very similar stretch. One is a bind and one's not, no problem. Just a couple more breaths here, just relieving a little space into your shoulders. Just want to give them a little love too, in case that was a little snug for them. And then we're gonna take one more option to play. So you can stay right here if you really wanna work on opening up your hips and you're not really interested in playing in little arm balances. But if you want to, from here, you'll lean over to your right. So your right thigh will come on the outside on your the tricep area of your arm. And you kind of press up into the knees in order to get yourself in. And so you wrap your hands into that nice little kind of chaturanga position and rock forward so you create a nice little shelf. And then eventually you'll pick your right and left foot off the floor and drag out. Face is really close to the floor, right? I can literally put my head down. So know that there's a lot of counterbalance involved. And then you'll just come right back and sit down. Right, it might not be that much come back, sit down, but make your way there. And then we'll switch sides. And so right foot comes on the outside of your left hip. Left foot comes up and over the right to the outside of your right hip. And then back into that cow face. Woo, this side is extra snug today. And then just take a couple of breaths here. So again, you can take your wrap however you like. Fold yourself a little forward, come to your breath. Head close enough to the floor in order to get your legs to lift. So one, it takes practice, but one, it also takes a little bit of fearlessness because it's your face. It's kind of hard, so be mindful. And just make it so that it's not so hard. So if you do fall out, and trust me, you probably will, if you're gonna attempt it, you gotta be okay with falling. And sometimes it helps just to put a little cushion around you. You build yourself a little fort of pillows, keep you safe. All right, let's work through your arms. So left arm overhead, right hand behind if you're working your bind, right? You might work your bind. So give your shoulders a little bit of love, a little moment. Big steady breaths. And then nice and slow, back your way out. You can give your shoulders a couple of shrugs, and then we're gonna attempt it on the opposite side. Again, if you don't feel comfortable, please don't feel like you have to. You're just adding a little bit of play today. So if you are playing and you already know, jump in, we're working it through. So you're really gonna try to work to get your tricep on your thigh and where your triceps are. And then you lean forward, lots of counterbalance, nice and slow. You can start here, foot on the floor might be helpful till you find your balance, and then eventually you'll start to kick, right? And it takes you some time, slow and steady, drive, nice big breaths. Know that your face is probably really close to the floor, be okay, get comfortable, and then you'll just back your way out and come back into your seat. Nice big breath. Let it go. Uncross at your feet, roll onto your belly. We're gonna give your back a little bit of love really quick before we seal it off. So slide your hands underneath your shoulders, zip your legs all the way together like you have only one. Start with an exhale, empty your lungs, hands underneath your shoulders, squeeze your elbows in close like little grasshopper wings, let it go. Breathe in, lift your chest, cobra, halfway. So very lift, and then lower. Take a breath in, reset. Big breath out. We're gonna do that one more time. Inhale, squeeze your thighs together. Stay for the exhale. Breathe in, lift your chest, go. Now listen up, lift your hands. See if you can keep the tops of your feet down. Pull your shoulders away, squeeze your elbows in. Take another inhale. Exhale, arms up, legs up. Take your arms nice and wide, squeeze your thighs back together, come on. Chest up, legs up, focus on your breath, hold 5, 4, 3, stay lifted in 2, bend at your knees, grab for your feet. Kick into your hands, kick back, kick up, take bow. Right, doesn't have to be the most incredible bow you've ever done, right? Awkward entrance, awkward posture, it's okay, kick. Big breaths, kick, kick, slow. Look right, take a breath. Good, one more time, just like that. Hands under your shoulders, squeeze your thighs together, breathe in, lift your chest, go. Lift up. Take a big breath in. Exhale, legs up, arms up. Purna Salabhasana, full locust. Squeeze your thighs, lift your chest, hold it, breathe. Bow, bend to your knees, grab for your feet. Give yourself your best, go. Kick into your hands, know your body is still waking up, it's early, it's chilly, kick, kick, and then release. Look over your left shoulder. And then hands underneath your shoulders, elbows rather underneath your shoulders. Either plant your palms or bring your hands together into a fist. We're gonna your plank might be from your toes, but let's find it right here with your breath. Push the floor away so you dome through your upper back. Little tuck of your tailbone under, stay with your focus, stay with your breath. You got everything you need right within you. Just reestablishing some strength through your transverse abdominis. That's the layer that wraps from back to front. So super important for establishing spine strength and stability. Nice strong breaths. We got about 10 seconds left. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, big breath, 6, push the floor away, 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees down, press back, child's pose. All right, nice and slow, walk it up. Kick your feet out to the right or to the left. We're gonna stretch, right leg comes out. Left foot comes in, so you get a nice little L shape. And then pivot over your right leg. Reach your arms up, grab forward onto your foot. So if you need to bend your knee, bend it, take your grip. Interlaced, big breath, stretch up. On your exhale, tuck your chin, round your shoulders, touch your forehead to your knee. Left shoulder rolls down to square your shoulders, and this will even out the stretch through your low back. And again, that little chin to chest action helps to stretch through your low spine, compresses the vital organs on the front side of your body, and just resets your body for the day ahead. Change, inhale, rise. Exhale, switch. So left foot out, right foot in. Nice little L shape, pivot over your left, breathe in, stretch high. Right, you can bend your knee or not as long as your grip is on your foot and you're working to get your forehead to your knee. Get it close towards your belly button. Here we go, breathe in. A little bit of space, exhale. Change, inhale, rise. And then legs go out long. So lay back, shoulder blades touch the floor, and then reach your arms overhead. We're gonna do a sit up. Big breath in, sit up, all the way out with a double exhale. Okay, middle and index finger grab onto your two big toes. Walk your hips. Take a big breath in, stretch up. Get your spine really long, and on your exhale, slide your heels forward and fold. So eventually you'll get your upper body and your lower body sandwiched on top of each other. You may get your forehead to touch your toes if your legs are really long, or your body is proportioned differently. So that might happen, that might not happen. It's okay. What's always most important, straight bottom half, straight upper half, sandwiched on top. You can always get the meat of the posture, always. Breathe in, exhale. Hold 5, big breaths, 4. Find that space on the back side of your body by engaging the front for 3, 2, keep with your breath, last 1, and then nice and slow on your exhale, back it out. Stay seated up tall. We're gonna take a twist. So you'll take your left foot on the outside of your right hip, and your right foot comes in line with your left knee, flat to the floor. Make sure both of your hips sit flush to the floor and your right hand behind your back. Lift your left arm up high, get your ribs and your belly out of the way, and then you use the leverage of your left elbow to reach for your left knee. It might not be a grab. You can also grab onto your mat as a little bit of leverage too. Breathe in, lift your chest. On your exhale, look over your right shoulder, and then unwind, and you'll just switch sides. This time, left hand behind your back, left foot flat to the floor, really close to in line with your left knee. Sometimes if it's really far back, it can make it really impossible to get to the right knee. So just pay attention to your form, it matters. Lift up nice and tall. Right hand goes high, push your left leg out of the way with the help of your elbow, grab for your right knee and stretch up. Look over your left shoulder, rock your body's weight forward so you can notice your balance. And then if you feel well balanced, left hand comes behind. Wrap and grab towards your right inner thigh or hip. Pull your right shoulder back, your left shoulder back. And then you might be able to grab for a bit and slow unwind. Come sitting up tall, and we're gonna finish with our breathing exercise. So we'll finish with Kapalabhati, blowing in firm, small little snaps of your belly, forces the air up and out. And the inhale will happen automatically, so really trust your body. We're gonna do the more traditional form of Kapalabhati, breathing only in and out through your nose. So take a full breath in, and then a big breath out, and then begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn around, lie down on your back. Take a little rest here if you have time. Whatever you do to seal off your practice today, give yourself a little bit of gratitude. Tell your body thank you for showing up, for getting up out of bed, for moving, for breathing, for challenging yourself, for maybe playing. You never really know what your body's capable of until you try, and most of the time we tell ourselves what we're capable of and maybe forget to try. So give yourself the opportunity and the gift of believing in yourself today. It was my privilege, and it is always my pleasure. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you have requests, if you have questions, just drop them in the comments below or send us a direct message. Again, please feel free to share. If you feel so led to donate, we have donation links in our feed, and we'll post that there. I so appreciate everyone who tunes in, whether it's live or whether it's later, and I am really grateful for the generosity of our community and just the love and support alone. Like, I get it, it's hard on everyone right now, so even if it's just like a share, that kind of stuff is huge. So thank you, and I'll see you all soon.